Hello and welcome to Kunstadt Sports. My name is Peter Kunstadt and we are talking to you today from our Ottawa South Bank store on the corner of Bank Street and Heron Road. In the past we have produced a video on fitting of ski boots and selection of ski boots. Today we will give you information on advanced procedures with ski boots, and for that we have here our expert on ski boots, Eric DiNardo of the DiNardo dynasty.
So we've already covered how to properly shell fit the boot. One of the first things that I do when we start advanced boot fitting is remove the stock insole. It's fairly inexpensive and there's not much support to it. There's a couple ways we can do that. One of the ones is pre-made insoles. So we try and match up the shape with the customer's foot in a neutral position. This seems pretty short and quite low on his foot, so we'll try something a little bigger. That's a much better fit, but it could still be a bit better, so we'll take a look at some custom insoles. So for custom insoles, what we do in-house is this Superfeet Fit Pod, where the base of the insole gets heated up and glued onto the top sheet. From there, we'll vacuum suck it to the customer's foot in a neutral position, perfectly matching their foot. So once we know the foot is properly supported, I'm now ready to move into general issues. Oftentimes I get customers ask me, why are my feet cold? One of the simple solutions to those are pre-made heating solutions, such as socks or insoles. They come either pre-made or are able to stick on to those fancy ones we just made for you. However, oftentimes those are just simple band-aid solutions, and the real issue comes from lack of blood flow through the instep or through the medial ankle bone. So once we know where exactly the customer needs extra room in their boot, we can use a multitude of devices. Some of them include K2's Fit Logic, Fisher's Vacuum Fit, or even Nordica's infrared system. Or we can use tools that are made for any boot from any brand to give you the exact right fit. For people who need extra room in the instep, we use a simple hydraulic tool to spread the top of the boot, of course with heat on top of it. Another simple method we do is boot punching. This is our machine here. It's got a nice little ball that heats up internally, getting the plastic to the perfect temperature. Once it's there, we simply get the plastic on top and clamp it down. This allows us to manipulate the shell into the shape that we're going for. So another method aside from punching to create more volume is actually grinding away plastic from the inside of the boot. You want to make sure that you don't take too much away though, because then you'll go right through the boot. One of the last things we want to look at is overall alignment of the foot and body compared to the boot. Oftentimes we get customers with either bow knees or knock knees. We solve this by doing a process called canting, which is angling the boot in a manner to accommodate for that. So we'll go through the whole process of measuring the customer's knee and overall leg alignment compared to the boot, whether or not they're bow-legged or knock knees, and figure out exactly how much. From there, we can use minute changes in the shell or larger changes with angled riser plates that go underneath the boot. Once the shim's on, the sole of the boot is now too thick to fit in any standard binding, so we'll need to grind that back down to an international standard called DIN. We'll do that using a routing table and a series of blocks to get the height perfect. First, we'll check to make sure it's the right distance above the table. Then we'll simply run the boot through the router. And for the toe, it needs to be a little bit smaller, putting it on the riser plate and running it through again.
And this is how we do advanced ski boot fitting at Kunstadt Sports. Thank you very much, Eric DiNardo, for sharing your expertise with us. And you, the viewers, I hope you understand that we can do anything that's necessary to make your boots perform to your optimum performance and the ultimate comfort. Thank you very much.